Another day to be alive, another day to move and to thrive. So, working on some of the skills. Some of the skills I'm already pretty good at, actually. The handstand, I'm trying to get better alignment, trying to work on some hanging to fortify the shoulders, do some pull-ups because I've been kind of craving it. I've been wondering a lot about the saying, we stand on the shoulders of giants, about how, according to modern history, our bodies and brains are the same as the first humans around the Stone Age, thousands of years ago, up to 4,000 years ago. We have the same bodies, same sort of mental capacities as we did, except we've had this sort of, people have solved problems, and they even when they die, the new generation has some problem solved, so they can continue to keep some cultural momentum, societal momentum into steering the livelihoods of people further down the generations. And is the environment that we've crafted for humans over thousands of years, is it really even meant for the bodies and minds that we have today? But here I'm working. I did this exercise right here to work the rotation, internal and external rotation of the shoulder, but I don't know. I didn't really like it. I didn't really feel like I was doing anything, but maybe I'll stick with it. Anyways, I'm glad I can take part of this physical culture, online physical culture here. But one of the things is we have this sort of tribalism. I don't really know what tribalism is. I've just very recently looked into it. But, we have these feelings. We have anxieties. We have, for example, social anxiety, where it was thought of that when we were first in tribal societies, hunter-gatherers living in small tribes, that any sort of social mistake would probably result in our death. We'd probably be outcast by the tribe and instantly killed. So that was just one example of a vestigial, which just means something we've carried on through evolution that is no longer useful or necessary, like our tailbone. But we have a vestigial senses and feelings, and maybe even vestigial mental ideas. I've heard and read that tribalism is something that we need to overcome, because it only divides people within the human race, but we're all part of the same human race here, and we all need to kind of work together in that sort of way. But I just found it very interesting to think about how we have feelings that shape the way that we act, that are no longer really useful for our current, environment that we've shaped for ourselves. And I'm wondering, is the environment really shaped for our bodies and all that? I mean, we have bodies that that need some sort of exercising and movement, but we've set up a world that is, not really conducive to that. We have chairs that house devices that are very entertaining, and sometimes I've heard that, our technology is far more addictive than some of the most addicting drugs in the world. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So I've heard that some people think that it would be good if they could just make some sort of pill or some sort of drug that could replace exercise. And then I was thinking, therefore, should we make some sort of pill that replaces some of our feelings? Like, should we replace some anxieties? Because there's really no reason for social anxiety. If someone's kind of made a social mistake, we're no longer going to sentence them to death by forcing them to ostracize them from the group and sending them to survive and most likely die on their own in the wild. But one of the big thing that I recently read, I'm not too invested on this point. I'm not saying this with too much conviction, but I heard by Robert Greene, which is an author I very much enjoy, that we should, transcend tribalism that divides people within the human race, even though we're all part of the same human race, and just look to see what part of our bodies, what part of our actions, what part of our minds and feelings, emotions are no longer really right for the modern world that we live in, and how we should change and adapt to our world and environment and change our environment.